Hi, I'm Lazar from Futurity Investment Group, and today I'll be interviewing Ali Roshan from Brighter Future Financials on the challenges that his clients are facing in today's environment, the rising cost of education, and the opportunities that exist with intergenerational wealth transfer. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
So Ali, please share with us a little bit about yourself and your practice.
I've been practicing for about 25 years. I started in California, and I recently moved back it's been 12 years now. So I've got, split experience between those places. The people that I work with are generally anyone who is seriously thinking about becoming financially independent, whether they're in their 30s or in their 60s. It's really rewarding to show them that there is a path to becoming financially independent.
I am interested in hearing about the kind of conversations you're having with your clients in these different stages of their lives.
I take my responsibilities very seriously with clients because, a client wants to, let's say, talk about retirement. Then we plan for that. But if something happens along the way, they want to protect their assets as well because they still want to meet their retirement plan. So we've got to think about the insurances that we put in place as well. Then after retirement, there's the estate planning. And then there's also their children's and their education needs. So everything is linked. You can't leave something out. So you've got to take into consideration everything. And if you really understand your clients and you really question what's important to them, then you can get to the root of what makes them happy and what they want to accomplish.
You touched on life events such as education, and as we know, there's always a cost when it comes to a life event like education. And recently, Futurity has released the 2024 Cost of Education Index in partnership with the McCrindle Group, which revealed some really interesting numbers. The cost of education has increased from 6% from 2023. And when it comes to which cities are leading the cost of education, Melbourne is the most expensive city in Australia when it comes to government schooling, at over $100,000 from prep to year 12. Canberra is the most expensive for Catholic schooling. Sydney leads the country in independent school costs of up to $400,000 for 13 years of schooling. So with those numbers in mind, how does that come up in the conversations you're having with your clients?
I don't think they're aware of all the stats, but whether you have children or not, you feel it. You feel the cost of everything going up. And we all know the cost of education is actually exceeding the cost of goods and services. It's always more expensive and it's getting more expensive faster.
Yeah.
So with financial planning, we're always thinking 10, 15, 20 years ahead. We're not thinking about just today. So the cost of education is not a tomorrow problem, it is a today problem. And the best way to combat that is to set things in place now. I think sometimes we think about private schools, but public schools are becoming more and more expensive. And it's not just the schooling, it's the textbooks, it's the extracurricular activities. And you don't want your child to miss out on that. So parents want their children to be able to participate in all those activities. So there's a burden, and as a parent, I know, like, you don't want your child to miss out. You want them to have all those advantages and participate. But then beyond high school, there's university and HECS debt, and recently it was on the news that made people aware that if they caught it, that HECS debt affects the ability to take on a mortgage. It affects the ability to start a business because it counts against you as debt. And I think parents, grandparents, uncles and aunts, if they want their child to have an advantage in life, they would consider that as well. So even if the child goes to a public school, they may want to help them with their HECS debt, not have that hanging around the neck of the child as well.